Hey guys, it's Jay the Vaping Guy here. I do apologize. I was supposed to do a video yesterday. Let me tell you, I've had the weirdest... Okay, so I have a migraine yesterday. And I go home from work. Leave my boss all by herself in the office. And I come home and I try to lay down. And after a couple hours of agony, I finally fall asleep. The most messed up dream I've ever had in my life. Now, I don't remember why or much, and the longer it goes since the dream, I actually remember even less. I remember somehow there was a plane crash. Somehow I was in the wreckage or in the area. I don't think I was on board the plane. And then all of a sudden, fast forward, the last 3 days before, I'm sentenced to be executed by hanging. And I have to, in my dream, spend 3 days dealing with the emotions of, I'm going to die. So then I wake up, I'm all sketched out from it. I've missed a parent-teacher interview. I'm almost late picking up my daughter. My boss leaves a message on his Facebook, like not to me, but just puts on his Facebook saying that it was, you know, like the worst day from hell. And my anxiety was, so the review that I was going to do, I didn't do. Alright, so today I am going to take this juice. It is an Amsterdam Eliquid. Juice I started to had planned to do 2 weeks ago and then just couldn't and blah. Finally getting to it. So, Amsterdam E-Juice. The first one I have here is called Smooth Black Cherry Tobacco. Now, right off the bat, I was kind of going, oh, this is not going to be fun. Because I'm not a cherry fan. Generally speaking, cherry, just going to top up here. Cherry and I get along about as well as banana and I. Typically, cherry is just not a juice I'm a fan of. So here we go. And it's nice smoky. I don't have my wheel up, but I'm going to use the generalities of it. It's a very nice smoky. A little bit of a nuttiness to it. Slight bit of caramel. Tiny hint of vanilla. The black cherry is actually incredibly subdued. So there's I can taste that there's cherry in it. I can get a cherry sensation, but it's definitely not a major note here. It's not an overpowering note, and it's definitely not medicinal. Cherry for me, 99% of the time, with the exception of now a couple of juices that I've come across, and it's one of those things that I need to start. I think. For me, and this is something out there for you viewers as well, preconceptions. You know, you've come across, oh, it's always this, it's always this, it's always this, because every one of the ones we had in the first year or two, you know, I'm coming into my third year, and I've got preconceptions, because it's always been like this, and I'm finding that more often, these nasty flavors are no longer nasty. This black cherry, now banana, I've tried it recently, banana still tastes like crap. Banana and me just don't get along, but black cherry, at least the way that it's being mixed these days, every time I come across a black cherry, it's actually quite palatable and interesting and well flavored and well balanced. There's a slight hint of like a metallic, but really light. A very good juice. I definitely would reuse this in the future. It's definitely a juice that's fun. It's a nice smooth flavor. As the name suggests, it is a very smooth. Like it's not harsh. It's not really acrid and harsh. It's a nice, smooth, easy flowing. You know, you inhale it and you don't feel your throat being burnt right up. It's got a nice throat hit. Like it's an average throat hit. Don't get me wrong. But it's nice. It's mellow. I've got the hiccups. My apologies. And like I said, the cherry is more of an aftertaste. It's an undertone as opposed to a major tone. So if they had not mentioned it was a black cherry, I think I still would have noticed that there was a cherry-ish hit to it, but not enough for me to think that it'd be a major mention on the label. I don't know. That's just me. But very nice. If you like a sweet tobacco, with, you know, like, think of like those cigarillos where you'd have the paper on on the filter would be slightly flavored, just enough so that you have a taste while you're inhaling. This kind of reminiscent of that. You know, it's not overpowering, it's not super strong, but it's there. And it's enough just to modify and enhance the flavor. It was really well done. I'm really surprised. So, there you go. Smooth black cherry tobacco. I believe all of these were done in 18s, but I've long since rubbed it off. Amsterdam Eliquid. I'll put the information down below. As usual, I should have done this at the beginning, but I'm going to do it right now. As usual, I'm not being paid for my opinion. This is, I get a free bottle of juice. I use it for 1 day. It goes into my drawer here. I put a little green dot on the end, or you can see here, and that tells me and tells all my, you know, my local friends, this is a juice that Jason's tried, that he's reviewed, and is now available for everybody else. So, you know, I get 1 day's vape out of it. There you go. My opinion is my opinion alone. So there you go. Jerry the Vaping Guy signing off. All sketchy today.